Hello everyone, and welcome back to pretty early morning here in Project Zomboid. Last we left off, Wes got into this little housing area here, which is, you know, pretty comfortable, pretty safe-ish considering what's going on around us. Got in here a bit early last night, managed to finish up the Carpentry Volume 4 book. And then kind of ran out of things to do outside of eat and head to bed, so I did that, and then Wes woke up at like 1 in the morning, so I've had him meditating since then, so he has a little bit of, experience in meditation, not much, 1 XP, he only did it a little bit, but, you know, it was something to do because I'm out of books with us to work on. I guess I could read like a newspaper or something. Actually, I'm gonna take that with me just in case, because Wes might end up getting bored. So, oh, jet passing by. It's always fun. Just doing a quick check. Let me fill up on water. And we'll be ready to continue on. So our goal for today, I think, is going to be heading out of this residential area and towards these green buildings, because these are retail and commercial, and that's sort of what I want to be looking at, I think. Because I'm pretty much mostly looking for like a hunting goods store or something like that, and that would be in retail and commercial. So that's what we're going to head out and look for today. Unfortunately, because of the early morning, Wes is gonna end up tired early tonight, so I'm gonna have to be careful about that. We'll probably have to find a safe house relatively early. Either that or avoid fights, but I don't think avoiding fights is gonna happen, so we'll just do what we can. This is part of the Zomboid experience of trying to find new stuff. I'm amazed that they didn't see me. I don't have like low profile or anything. What's my... I have like 1 sneaking, but I wasn't even sneaking, so... Fascinating. Anyway. So we definitely have kind of an issue now where we're like overloaded on books having been read. So I kind of need Wes to like do things to spend those XP multipliers, or else I have nothing for him to do at night other than just like sort of stand around. I might just have to do more of that and just like start stockpiling just start stockpiling stuff that lets him deal with like boredom and depression, because I mean there's not much else for him to do. Like unless I want him to wake up super early in the morning and start doing like early morning walkabouts, which I don't particularly like doing. My only other option is just sort of to stand around, and that's definitely gonna bore him and make him depressed, so I'm gonna have to deal with that. I gotta be on the lookout for, well, we have antidepressants already, but we could always use more. Like books, magazines, newspapers. I think I have yeah, this save has the game mod, so I could maybe get like a Game Boy or something for him. Oh, hello. Ooh. Oh wait, there was a CCW. Look around. Take the mag and the ammo. So I want to check this parking lot, in case there's any military vehicles in there. I don't necessarily hate the idea of just killing more zombies anyway. You know, continue increasing our combat skills, make us more effective. Okay, so this is the street. So let's take a look at what these retail and commercial buildings are, because they could be something more like what we want to see. I'm in a weird position in this game, in this save, where it's like, oh, general store, where it's like, I'm not really like threatened by huge hordes of zombies yet. Like, yeah, there are areas that are concerning, like especially any of the apartment blocks or anything like that. Oh boy, stop thundering, thank you. But because we're doing long blade and we're like pretty damn good at it, we're actually able to deal with like large hordes pretty easily, so like, yeah, I don't really need guns or anything like that, even though that's what we're searching for, but, you know, still kind of want it. Deep cycle battery is nice, because I can start working on solar. What's going on here? This place has got metal shutters. And its front is barricaded, which is pretty cool. That's, you know, because this is modded stuff, so the mod maker of Darker Dam did that. It's pretty cool. We saw it before at the, one of those apartment blocks where the front was barricaded. It's pretty cool looking. Oh, hello. I'm tempted to just let them do their thing, because I kind of want to get into that building. Let's take a look around while they're, you know, working on that for me. There's a lot of zombies out here. Fatigue's up to 20. We're still doing alright. Oh. Oh, they finished. Nice. Thanks for the hard work, ladies and gentlemen. Here's your reward. Oof. What's going on there? Oh, Steam is updating stuff. Why am I lagging? Oh, Steam's trying to update while I'm playing the game. I thought I should have turned that off. I didn't think about that. Oh well. Fine, hasn't killed me, so no big deal. Let's see what's going on back here. I want to see if there's a way into this general store. It's barricaded, so that means it's going to be a pain, but... Huh. This is interesting. There's like an open garage here. It's not broken into either, it's just open. Weird. Back up 90%. I'd like to see if we could get that trade, because honestly, even though I've been playing with the dynamic traits, or whatever the mod's actually called, I don't remember if it's dynamic traits or evolving traits world. I think it's evolving traits world. Even though I've been playing with it for so long, I don't actually know what the Bloodlust mod really does, or perk does. I mean, I assume it's something to do with killing zombies. You know, big shock there. Ooh, huge leap in logic. But as to what it actually like precisely does, I have no idea, because I've never gotten it before. I had a feeling that was going to be the case. Yeah, there's a zombie in here banging on a window and a door. Alright, I'm gonna let them do that, and then once they figure their shit out, I'll come back. Let's take a look at this first, speaking of the window just broke. Okay, so this doesn't actually go to the inside of the building, but... Okay, alright. Well, I will take the box of nails. Breaching tool, more nails, more crowbars, which I don't really need. I think we have like 3 or 4 crowbars, which is enough since I'm not using them. This would be a paradise for Selena or any of my other normal characters, where I just crowbar my way through the game, though. I'll tell you what, so many crowbars in this playthrough. That's sort of why I tend to use them, though. Oh, there is a path. It's just behind this. This place is very well barricaded. Yeah. I do tend to, you know, just crowbar my way through the game. normally, so this would be a nice circumstance for one of those characters, but it's fine. I'm really enjoying the this dip into long blades. It's quite satisfying when a zombie you hit just instantly dies instead of having to, you know, it's like the normal gameplay loop around the crowbar or any like long blunt, and kind of similar with short blunt, but even to a greater degree, is you're fishing for knockdowns. You're trying to split up groups into smaller groups and fish for knockdowns, and then, you know, one-tapping them when they're on the ground, just cracking their skull open, right? Like, that's the general idea. I mean, you also, where did they come from? You also tend to do that sort of similar thing with long blade and you know, short blade as well, to an extent. Yeah, any type of combat where you're just sort of, you know, it's just a useful aspect of the game's combat system no matter what you're doing. But with the blunt weapons, it's pretty rare, unless you have, like, you know, modded or just like very good blunt weapons, that you're actually going to kill a zombie with a hit while they're standing up. It's more likely that you're going to knock them on their ass and then you just whack them in the head and they die. Okay, so this is where I am. Alright, I was over here before, but I didn't come up past here. I went, like, up that way. So I want to stay, like, over here. Alright, so I gotta figure out something over here. I need to stop waffling. I'm sort of just, like, walking around and talking, not actually doing anything. All of the sounds going on in here are kind of not great, but I don't really have much of a choice if I want to actually see what's in this place. This is going to use a lot of exertion. Yeah, I know. I need to rest, but you're almost there. Almost got it. One more. There we go. Okay. It's unlocked now. Now what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to walk over here where I have nice big sight lines, and I'm going to sit down. And we're just going to rest. Speed up time a little bit. Wait for our endurance to get nice and high again. Don't really care what those zombies are doing. If they want to break stuff down, fine by me. Okay. Thank you, lockpick mod. Air quotes, lockpick. All you're doing is just prying doors open, but... Alright, so... This is a little concerning because there's no other way out of here. Okay, so all the banging is upstairs. It's all in the apartment that's over this place, so I don't have to worry too much about that right now. Oof, that is a nice quality wood axe. I will take that. Hunting knife, don't really care. Not doing short blade. I will, honestly, I might do a short blade run at some point in another series. Because, like, I really kind of need to relearn how to do short blade. I used to, back, like, a long time ago, like, many years ago, I used to rock short blade. But I think they, like... Oh. Well, I was gonna say I think they nerfed it or something, but I think we found what we were looking for. So for now, let's take the ammo. And not the 40mm grenades. I don't really care that much about that. I'll take the Stanag mag. 38 special, sure. Yeah, this is what we were looking for, though. This general store does, in fact, have guns and ammo, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, I was just concerned that was that door, but it's not. Okay, so, what do we have? AK-12, I call MP133. That's a shotgun. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. Russian thing. Daewoo K1, USAS 12. That is a nice semi-auto shotgun. I want that. And an M16, M32 grenade launcher, which you can use with the 40mm explosives. Okay, so that's good. We could come back for the rest of the guns later. I'll make sure to mark this. Surgery stuff doesn't matter because we're solo, really. Ooh, another Taiga. Give me that. I want that. Don't care about the weight. Ooh, okay, I should care about the weight. Is there any way I can fix this? I need a box of mac and cheese. That'll help. If I can get up to well-fed enough, I can ignore the weight penalty and then start making my way back, because this is good enough for us to leave. Yes, see, there we go. The full to bursting gives me the extra carry capacity that I need. Okay! So, quickly, before a zombie shows up. Gun. Alright. Heading back to base. I wasn't expecting us to actually find anything within only 2 episodes, but this is a great start. Now, of course, we didn't find really what I was exactly hoping for. Because what I really mostly need right now is shotgun shells, and we only found, I think, like 15. Yeah, 15 12-gauge shells. Oh, we did find 1 box, though. And so that's good enough to get a start on leveling our aiming skill, because that's the most important part of... I've probably said this a bunch of times before, but the most important part of characters that don't start with the ability to use guns, really, is to get your aiming skill up, and the best way to do that by far is shotguns. And this thing doesn't have, like... Oh. Just checking, because this is technically a military vehicle. Need to keep moving, because we're getting hungrier by the minute. We actually seem to be okay. As long as we're not hungry, then the weight of all this isn't screwing with us. Okay, I was gonna take a look at this tank, this water tanker truck, but not anymore. We're gonna keep moving, because we're 2 way down now. You can see, like, we lost, like, some stats, but it's going to be even worse if we go up another level, and I don't want to lose HP as well. So right now I'm just sort of heading in the general direction of the house. I don't know exactly where it is offhand, like, based on where we are. I know that we're north of it, so... And if I can get back into, like, a general area, then I don't even really need to look at the map. I can just sort of figure my way out based on, like, what I can see. Generally, I have a pretty good sense of direction, especially when it comes to places that I've been through before, both in real life and in video games, so if I... Jesus. If I can get back... I know the general direction that I need to go, so it's probably fine. I can figure things out. A lot of zombies around here. Don't want to spend too long here. Definitely want to keep on moving. So I don't want to go that way because there's a big board. This is a police station, though. It's a big-ass police station. Okay, we're gonna just do a little bit of jogging right past these guys. No, thank you. I'm good. Okay. To remember this is a big police station. Police stations are another great place to find shotguns and shotgun shells. Usually that, like, so with an easier start, like, say if you're gonna do like Rosewood, which is like a pretty typical, like, you know, simple kind of start to Zomboid, as long as you're not running like ridiculous settings or something like that. A pretty logical progression with a Rosewood start is to secure, you know, wherever you want to be, either your temporary or permanent base, usually the firehouse, because it's the strongest position in Rosewood. And then once the firehouse is secured, and barricaded if you feel like going to that extent. Then you go to the next door police station and look for a shotgun and shells. And then you use that, if you find it, which usually you do, to clear out other areas in Rosewood, like, that you might want to go to. Depending on your pop settings, right? Like, on higher pop settings, you kind of need a gun early. I mean, unless you're really good. Like, this doesn't apply to people who are, like, crazy, who can just be like, oh yeah, I can kite this, this horde for, you know, for an hour and a half and kill them over the course of that, and it's just like, I get impatient, or I screw up, and then I die in those kind of situations, so I don't consider myself part of that. Typically I'll use on high pop settings, I'll use a shotgun to clear things. Alright, so we are basically back at the base. Basically back at the base. We're pretty much back at the base already, as you can see by these dead zombies here in this house row. We know that we're just above the base now, so I'm going to clear out these zombies, I say, as I'm going to miss and then almost get bit. This is a bad angle, by the way. I don't really want to be on this, but just sort of going with it. Oh. That is one thing that is kind of rough, and this is mostly a me problem rather than a game problem, but the long blade weapons have been making me a bit overconfident. I'm so used to them one-shotting that, like, whenever they don't one-shot a zombie, I'm genuinely a bit stunned by it, and it kind of stun locks me for a second, and it's not great. Don't ever rely on your weapons in Project Zomboid to one-shot, because even when you have, like, high, like, skill sets like we do, like, with good skills for, like, you know, blade prowess and stuff like that, just don't rely on them to one-shot, because you might just roll low, and it's just, well, they didn't one-shot it, or, you know, you gotta pay attention to modifiers like, you know, stress, agitated, minus 10% melee damage, yeah, I don't think this actually gives a negative damage yet, but I think, like, higher levels might as well. There's a bunch of different, like, status effects and stuff like that that can reduce your, you know, melee damage modifier, and it's just, like, next thing you know, you hit a zombie with a weapon that you're, you know, certain that it's going to be a one-shot, and then it doesn't one-shot, and you're in a kind of a bad way if you're not paying full attention. Always a concern. Alright, but here we are, back base, nice and quick. Honestly, once we're actually just trying to get back here, it's nice and fast to do so. It's very nice. Our walls are still looking good on this side anyhow. I'm gonna have to carefully check the other side, make sure that there's no break-ins. Yeah, we got ourselves a decent haul. We still need to do some more investigating. We need more food. We brought back a little bit, but we're going to need some more food in the short term. And then I need to figure out exactly what I'm going to do past that. Yeah, we've got a decent... we got a decent setup. One thing I'd like to do is I might go... Yeah, honestly, tomorrow I might go across the river here and take a look at that helicopter crash, see what happened over there. Because there can be stuff there. And there's also a bunch of zombies across the river that I'd like to kill. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave these guns upstairs. I know I've left, like, some stuff down here, but for the most part, when it comes to firearms, I like to leave them in the secure part of my base. In case, because, you know, the guns you want to have on hand to be your, like, oh shit, I need to really, like, work or I'm gonna lose this place sort of thing. So, hence why we're going to put some of that stuff up here. So we do have some stuff here. We've got, let me try and take whatever shotgun stuff we have. Okay, so in here it's just that. Is there anything in here for shotguns? Oh, we have a lot of 38 special. I've got to take a look through our weapons and see if I can really utilize that efficiently. I mean, I could, because I'm sure we have at least one, like, 138 revolver somewhere, but, like, revolvers are kind of... So we'll see about ended up using that or not. Okay, so... What do we got? 14? Yeah, I can put some of this stuff in here. Not the shotgun. I'm going to keep that on me for now. 9mm, 45 ACP. Got a bunch of magazines. I'm looking forward to using stuff like the military flashlight attachments for guns and stuff with the next build. If you haven't already, take a look at, I think it was last month or maybe the month before. No, I think it was last month. They posted, the devs posted a, like a preview thing for the next build, showcasing like underground areas, and oh my, finally a use for flashlights in this game. Because like, when it comes to current Zomboid, there's really like no reason to use flashlights, like, unless you're doing some weird nighttime, you know, nonsense, and you really want to be like, you know, oh, I'm gonna do this at nighttime because it's cinematic or whatever. There's not a whole lot of reason to mess around with, nighttime, and outside of nighttime, there's just no circumstances that you actually care to, you know, use flashlights. There's just no reason. Like, buildings don't ever tend to be dark enough, even with the power out, so there's no reason to, like, mess with it. But, there's gonna be, because underground, like, areas are going to be super dark, so it's gonna be nice to finally find a use for those things. Lots to sort through, Well, now that we're back at the base as well, I can actually do our exercise routine as well, which is nice. Okay, we gotta dump off all this extra food and some of this medical stuff in these VHSs, so I'll do that real quick. It's nice to have actually found some success. I was kind of worried between recordings here as to whether or not, like, Turkadam actually had any firearms selling places, like stores. I mean, we still haven't found it. I mean, like, I guess we did find the police station, which is a good bet for finding further ammo. But, you know, we haven't been exactly very lucky with finding these kind of stores. So it's nice to finally find, like, a general store that has guns and ammo in it. There's still a bunch of guns there I need to go back and get to, but, you know, this is good enough for a start. We do still need more shotgun shells, though, because, like, this really isn't enough. So we've got 20 loose and then 25 here. So 45 shells is not enough, in my opinion, to really do too much with. Put this away, put this in both hands. I'm just gonna load the USAS-12. It has a drum mag in it as well, which is very nice. 20 round capacity drum. Ah, nice. It's automatic too. So if you hit R with this magazine loaded in, it unloads the magazine and then starts loading it with shells automatically. I assume it'll put it back in. Yep, it will reinsert the mag. Nice. So we've got 21 shells in the USAS, and it did that for my backpack too. That's really neat. And 25 extra. So we've only got about two. We've only got about 2 drums worth of shells. And of course, like, the reloading for this is kind of weird, right? Thankfully, the character will do it automatically if I hit R, but it is pretty slow because it has those extra 2 animations. So it's not actually that great of a gun to use without an actual full spare magazine. The USAS does have more standard box mags in real life. I don't know if it does in the game. Hopefully it does. But anyway, we're going to leave that here for now. We're not going to be using this yet. And I'll leave the shotgun shells too, because there's no reason to carry them around. Yes, I know, dumping stuff on the floor, blah, 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 but it's just that gun, because that's the one that we're intending to use right now. So, next thing, I'm just going to quickly dump off all of our remaining food. Careful with this. One thing to note, if you do end up doing something like this with this like kind of weird internal window thing, don't try and move right after coming off of the rope here, the sheet rope. If you try and like move around at like while your character is hitting the bottom here, you could glitch into the wall. I've had that happen specifically on my screenshot save that I'm running in parallel to this, so that I can take screenshots for the thumbnails. I tried to go like walk too quickly because I was just like, I just need to get this done. Let me go. And I got stuck into the wall, and I had to like I had to shut the server down, reload it, and then like get myself out and stuff. It was a pain in the ass. So don't do that. Be careful with that sort of thing. Okay. So that's almost done. I just want to dump off these nails, and then we're pretty much set. I'm trying to think. I need to come up with another project to work on around the base. Maybe I'll work on parapets next. Because I'm thinking about it, and it's like I need to use the skills that we have. I'm trying to think like what there is that we need to do. Let's you know what? Let's take a minute to look at like the build menu and see what we can make. Because I don't use the building menu mod very much, and I don't know what all you can make with this. So, we can of course make any kind of like walls or anything like that, as well as roofing. This is kind of pointless outside of like visuals up because these don't have hitboxes, so you can't walk on them or anything. Make different types of doors, low door. Oh, neat. So with build menu, you can make garage doors. That's really nice. It's very difficult, so you need to be metalworking 6, and you need a ton of stuff, but you can make them. That's good, because normally in Zomboid, if you have a garage door that's destroyed, you're just kind of screwed. You just have to, like, fully replace that, like, door and everything with something else. Also make security doors already. That's nice. Keeping the undead guessing and survivors safe. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad idea to replace some of my doors with security doors. I would need glass panes, though. Jail doors as well, but you need metalworking for this. It's interesting that security doors don't need metalworking. They're considered carpentry. Okay. Texture plus, door trims. Okay. Some of just like aesthetic stuff. Alright. Windows, obviously, need glass, which means I would need to like make a kiln and like do that. And so this is interesting. These fences are unbreakable by zombies, these high fences. Of course, they require metalworking or high carpentry, but we do have the high carpentry. Bucket of water. Why? Why bucket of water? To soften the soil? I guess? Okay, so my guess with the bucket of water is to soften the soil so that you can dig it up to plant the posts that would be needed for these kind of like tall walls. That's interesting because also probably overpowered because, like I said, these tall like fences can't be broken by zombies. Like they're like this kind of stuff where it's just like that's all absolute defense, which is cool, also overpowered. So probably not gonna build any of those because I could literally just take down. Well, I could literally just build impenetrable walls on the other side of these. Of course, I'd still need to make a way into the base, which, I mean, there are ways. I mean, what I could do is just make like a staircase that goes to a single platform with a fence on it, and then make a sheet rope that goes down from the fence, and then zombies can literally never get into the base ever, which is cool, but overpowered. So probably not gonna bother with that. Interesting, though, for the future, maybe. Okay, different types of stairs. Neat. Different, like, asphalt. This is really nice, but, like, different, like, containers for things. Because in the base game, pretty much the only thing that you can make is you can make, well, you can make garbage crates until you get high enough carpentry, I think at, like, 6 or 8, you can make these, like, reinforced, like, good-looking crates. And that's basically it in terms of storage. So it's nice to be able to make this sort of stuff without having to go out of your way to go and, like, find it and, like, uninstall and then reinstall it. Stuff like a military locker for your military crap, and then, like, regular lockers or, like, cabinets or something for your clothing and stuff. Very cool. Bookshelves. Again, same sort of deal. It's nice to be able to make these, like, corner shelves and stuff. And dressers, there's rugs, and then, oh, plants. Neat. Okay, so good to note. I'm sort of just killing time here because this day is already too late for us to do anything else. I'm gonna take a look, make sure, yeah, everything froze back after I had to do that, so that's good. Our jalapeno went stale, unfortunate. I'll drink this to get rid of some of this unhappiness. There we go. What's this? AR-57 PDW. So this thing is actually loaded. What is this? 5728. Oh, this is... Yeah, this is, FN's proprietary 5.7 ammunition. Oh, right. This is that weird... Okay, so I know what gun this is. I think. This is a weird thing that FN made. It's a, it uses a, like an assault rifle body, like, you know, typical M4 kind of body, but it has, like, the front has, like, a socket out, and instead of using, like, a Stanag, like, 5.56 mag, you use a P90 5.7 magazine, the long one that you know, that goes on top of the P90, but you, like, put it on top of, like, the front receiver part of the assault rifle body. I think that's what this gun is. That's quite funny that that's in the weapon pack. It's a very, very silly looking gun to see, like, actually fully, like, modeled in 3D. It's quite odd looking. It's in a couple of games. I think it was in, like, one random Call of Duty game at some point or another. I think that was, like, the first time I saw it was in Call of Duty, and I was like, what the heck is this? I consider myself somewhat of an FN fanboy. As someone who grew up watching, like, I say grew up. I mean, yeah, I guess I was a kid when it started coming out, but Stargate SG-1 is, like, the reason the P90 is remotely popular, pretty much. So I've always kind of been a big fan of the gun, so... It's quite humorous to see some of the other FN 5.7 weaponry, especially that abomination and things. Assuming that's the gun that I think it is. I mean, I'm pretty certain that it is. It's the only one that I know of that uses 5.7 ammunition and also is like a assault rifle kind of body, even though it's still considered a PDW. I think that mostly just comes down to the cartridge, because the 5.7 millimeter cartridge is I think can only be really considered like a personal defense weapon sort of cartridge, because it's you know, relatively small. Okay, so enough blathering on about guns that I like and that I find funny. I think, oh, we do have a 38 special Ruger GP100. Cool. Yeah, so Jesus. I guess I shouldn't have said that we don't have any ammo. We do. We have a lot of 50 BMG, but I don't think we have any guns that can use that. Yeah. So, I think with that, I'm gonna call this day at what we have here. It's still a bit early, but I'll find something for Wes to do. I'll have him like read something, or maybe just like sit around and watch. You know, actually, I'll have him go watch some VHSs. And then on the morrow, we'll come back, and I'll probably go explore across the river a little bit. I think it's just mostly residential there. Actually, no. There's retail and commercial over here on this corner. This is right across the river here where all those zombies are kind of like huddled up because they can see me doing stuff. Excuse me. They can see me doing stuff across the river, so they kind of want to go to me, but they can't path over the water, and they're too stupid to go like all the way around. So we're going to cross here tomorrow and try and clear out however large that horde is and check out the helicopter crash, which should be somewhere around here. And then we're going to take a look at some of these retail buildings, and maybe we'll get lucky and find more shotgun shells. That'd be neat. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning, folks, and welcome back. Wes had a pretty eventful night, watching some, a little bit of woodcraft and a little bit of cooking show. We got up to level 2 cooking in a little bit. So, oh wait, actually I need to check the generator. I'll do that in a minute. So yeah, we've actually got something that we can read again. We can read the next cooking book, so that's good. Just taking a look real quick. I decided something over the night there. I've decided that our trusty machete, our Gerber BG machete that we've been using for quite a while now, I think I'm going to retire it for the time being. Give it a nice place of honor on the table here. And I'm going to switch to a different machete because that one is a bit too damaged and I don't want to be in a bad situation with it. So we're going to use this one instead. Still counts as long blade, even though it's a one-handed. But that means I'm going to attach it to my belt instead of my back. And it means that I do have a back slot in case we find a gun, so that's good. I do like these taigas. They're nice. They have less durability than the BG ones, I think. Don't quote me, but that's what it feels like having used them. So, okay, just going to, oh, well, first of all, we're going to do a little bit of exercising. Let me just do that. I completely forgot. I'm not used to having to do that. Let me take a look under this bandage. I forgot about this wound from our annoying encounter. Okay, we're good. Our annoying encounter in the apartment block where I got scratched. All right, let's do a quick set of squats, nothing crazy. I'm not even gonna bother skipping this because I can just do a speed up. And then once we get this exertion gone, we will be ready to go. So in the meantime, let's find something to eat. Our weight's still doing good. We don't really want to lose any more weight. 80 is a nice solid weight. We don't really want to change from here. Sitting at 80 is good for us because we can eventually earn the perfect weight perk or whatever it is. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but basically if you can stay between oh, we actually did just drop like literally the second I was talking about it. If you can stay between, what is it, 75 and 85 or something like that, for a long enough time, you can earn the, a trait that just makes it so that your weight is less likely to fluctuate as long as it's, or, well, no, I think it makes it so that when you're below that, like, perfect sort of weight, you gain weight easier, but if you're above it, you lose weight easier, sort of thing. It just balances it, I think is the way that works. I don't actually know what's faster, using the rest command or sitting on the floor. Looks like rest is pretty quick, so we're just going to do that. I just want to get rid of this exertion. Okay, I should have read that newspaper, actually, while I was doing that. How long does it take? It doesn't take that long. Just do that. I want to get rid of the, sadness. Oh, well. Not good enough. But, this cigarette will finish it off, I think. So, get rid of this pack of cigarettes as well. And I need to find a cooking book, actually, now that I think about it. It's nice to be able to walk out my front door and not be concerned about zombies, you know, jumping me. It's always a nice feeling. Alright, there's the cooking book we need. Just put that in my backpack for now. No real reason to do that as of yet, because we're, you know, about to go out and do something, but just in case we end up staying somewhere else, you never know. Alright, so thankfully there's no zombies banging on my garage. That's good. Alright, let's head across the river. So we got some zombies here. I don't know if they're gonna figure out that they need to walk this way to, like, chase me. Oh my. There's a lot more here than I thought. I know there's a ton over here, but I wasn't expecting that many to be here as well. They can't climb this, so they'd have to go this way. They'll probably just lose me if they try and go around. They don't understand how to anyway. They think that they can path over to me, but they can't, so that's good. Alright, this is a bit concerning, but we're gonna, you know, we're gonna do our best and try and be safe. I'm gonna kill this zombie, even though I don't want to go down this way, because I don't want any zombies near the bridge in case I have to retreat. Making sure I was pretty certain that I was correct about these, the Taiga being a long blade weapon, because I'm pretty sure we used one at the start of this playthrough, but, you know, there's nothing like a little bit of double checking to make sure you're not lying. Okay, so the big group of zombies should be right on over here. It's kind of hard to see because of all these trees, but there was a ton of them on this sort of like beach over here, beside this river. I figure out where that helicopter crashed as well. It's somewhere over here because I heard it crash, and of course I had the marker. I kind of want to see if I can clear out this sort of area over here, though. I know there's a lot of zombies, but, like, I don't really want them to be behind me, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to go over towards where the commercial stuff is, and then have all this shit be behind me. Plus, there's a military one there with a backpack. Okay. Nothing too crazy. So we've got a prisoner zombie who is loaded up with some nefarious things. It's just like a knife. Just checking out. I know the military one died over near the shore there, so I don't think I have the chemistry brief one, so we'll take that. Okay, let's take a look at what these guys have. I mean, I need to be taking, like, watches and stuff like that. I need to work on electronics soon. I'm just checking, because I know there's a zombie over there, and I don't know if he saw me yet or not. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, so it's 8527. Ours is 8038. So yeah, better reduction, but not as good capacity. So I don't care. Unfortunately, nothing much else. There is a little bit of food in there. I guess I'll take that. I did say I needed food after all, so... Oh, pardon me, sir, but I was looking at that watch. There's another zombie coming over here. Hello there. Okay. So let's take a look around this area. We need to find that helicopter, and then we need to check out those commercial buildings. So, let's do that. Oh, there's not a big group over there. The helicopter must have crashed, like, over here somewhere, but I don't know where. Oh, next I, like, right-clicked on the holster, I think. How are we doing on, fatigue? 24. There's also something behind me? Oh. Where'd you come from? Alright, so let's take a look over here and see what we can see. How far away could that helicopter crash have been? I could have sworn it would have just been, like, on the other side of the road. Oh. Okay, okay. Here we go. That's looking like the stuff I'm looking for. We already have a bandolier. I'll take the extra gloves. I guess I'll take the extra bandolier too, why not? So this is looking like the crash site. It's looking like there's not much left of it, though. Oh, there's the tail of the helicopter. Who's this guy? Oh. Well, I found the pilot. He's all the way over here. Survival vest. The helmet's neat. Eh. Unfortunate for that guy. Ooh. That might be a gun on that zombie's back over there. Let's take a look. I'll check out over here, see if there's anything near the main part of the crash. Oh, it is a gun. Oh, it's, God, what is that thing called? This is another one of those weird guns that came out of, like, the 70s, maybe, or something like that. It's got, like, a long, thin magazine that goes in the, like, top front of it. I don't remember what it's called, though. Well, this one had an AMT hardballer, 45 pistol. Okay. Yeah, some more zombies have seen me. 870, it's shotgun, nice. Good start. It's always nice to have some options for shotguns, especially right now when I don't have extra magazines for the USAS. CAWS, okay. I think that's the shotgun we used in Selena's series. Oh, so is that what that was? That's actually a CAWS shotgun and not the rifle I was thinking it is? Did I make this? I feel like I made the same mistake in Selena's series, didn't I? I said the same thing because it has a similar looking model to what I would expect that thing to look like. God, I feel like I'm just repeating myself like months later. Exact same mistakes. Anyway, got a couple more shotguns, so that's good. I didn't check if they have any ammo in them, which is a big thing, but... You. Yes, me. So that was the, what's a mod called? Anyway, that's a mod that makes it so it's pretty rare, but zombies can sometimes, like, sort of still, like, talk or mumble or, like, say things that they would have said in real life, like, before they died, sort of thing. Just realign those. Doesn't happen very often. Default settings have it triggering pretty rarely, but, you know, neat to see when it does actually happen. Ooh, boy, more zombies over there. Okay, before we do that, let's take a look over here. Pretty good start to this, though. A lot of zombies with weapons over here, which is pretty cool. We didn't really see much of that over in the other areas, so... So yeah, nothing going on there. I think that's about it. Basically, the pilot was the only thing that was, like, kind of interesting about the helicopter crash, unfortunately. We didn't get a, at least as far as I could tell, we didn't get a, an airdrop in this series like we did in the last one, like I usually do. Maybe I did get it, and it was just, like, I was inside, like, fast-forwarding time or something when it happened, and I didn't notice. Maybe. I usually pay attention, though, so... I mean, it's not really that big of a deal that we didn't get it. The only thing that's, like... Oh. Well, the only thing that's, like, a little unfortunate is just, like, not getting the, MREs. Because MREs are pretty neat. A lot of calories in those, so... But we don't really need it, so it's no biggie. Yes, this one has a zombie in it. I'm just gonna let him bang on that for a bit. Okay, so we're pretty much at the commercial area that I was looking for. Let's take a look at this parking lot. There's a zombie in here somewhere. Small little clinic or something. Nothing interesting going on in the parking lot, unfortunately. Let's just clean this up a little bit, make this area's search a little bit safer. This zombie just does not give a fuck. Gotta say, I am noticing the taiga having not full damage. It has like a little sliver less than full damage. It's kind of noticeable compared to the other machetes we've been using, because the other one has like, you know, 100% full damage. It is noticeable. This thing tends to not one-shot more often than the other one did, which isn't surprising, but it's still alright. I just need to play a little more carefully with it. I mean, I should be playing more carefully anyway. Playing recklessly and assuming that I'm always going to one-shot is awful. Okay, so all of this should be stores. We've got a zippy market. That's what that is, right? Which, you know, more food. It's not neat. Where the hell did you come from? Oh, he broke through the window. Sheba Jewelers. Okay. Is this like some sort of appliance store, maybe? Could be neat if I ever need to replace like a oven or something. Nice hat. The old stovepipe. Time for sport, huh? Sporting goods store, EP tools, pharmacy, food market. Okay, let's take a look. The sporting goods store might be neat. I'm not really sure I care about the medical supplies. Pizza. We can see here. So, like, hold on. Where am I? Here. What is considered residential? Well, I don't think so. So there's one more up there, though. Not exactly what I would consider residential, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't know if there'll be anything interesting in here, but maybe. Classic left side door is unlocked. A lot of baseball bats. Again. Some clothes. So this isn't actually books. It's like, yeah, more bats and canoe paddles and shit. Here's some stuff. I'll take these newspapers. Anything interesting in the cabinets? Nope. Wait, actually the Sprite's pretty useful because soda is a happiness modifier. So I want any of that I can grab. Yep, unhappiness modifiers are good. Any soda is good. Same with chocolate. Chocolate cakes. I don't normally pay too much attention to stuff like soda, but we will probably have a problem with happiness in this series before long, considering. So, even though we do actually have something to read now, the cooking book, I foresee a situation soon where we're gonna end up in the same sort of situation, unless I go and look for another VHS store to find more VHSs. Yeah, I don't care about the jewelry store. It's kind of irrelevant. Yeah, it's like an appliance store. I am soaked. Is it really that? It's only 92. Not that hot. Although we are near a river, so it's probably pretty humid. Although saying that, spring where I live, man, it's such nonsense these days. The weather was just like, it's spring now. Watch as the temperature shoots up to like 90-something degrees for like one day, and then drops back to freezing immediately after. It's like, oh, okay. very weird. That's weather for you. So this is interesting. What is this? I was waiting for an alarm there. It's like a break room or whatever this place is. Okay. Well, I mean, considering we look at the building menu and saw that we need a bunch of this stuff, yeah, just to have it on hand in case I decide to actually do that. You know, a bucket is necessary to make the a couple of things. What the hell is this? Machine. Who knows? Something. Some sort of machine. Alright, more happiness modifier stuff. Just to be safe. Don't want our character to be super depressed all the time. Aha, the butter. The goat. Alright. What is this place? I have no idea what this place is. I mean, this looks like a jewelry store, again, even though there's another one right over there. Wait, one pack of cigarettes. It's not, though. It's just using the jewelry store model for... What is this place? I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Viking helmet? What the? Wait, that's beast, though, actually. Let me take that. I might use that at some point. Who knows? It's kind of funny. Orange paint. Or random cigarettes. I have no idea what this place is supposed to be. It's just kind of like a jumble of nonsense. Like a general goods store, except like... Oh, this might be like a pawn shop, actually, now that I think about it. That would make sense. Just random crap in display cases. It's probably a pawn shop. Oh, actually, I need those magazines and books. Well, I mean, might as well take a look. You never know what you might find in a pawn shop, right? I say as I don't even think I've ever been into a real pawn shop in real life. They're not exactly common in my part of the US. Maybe it's because I live in the middle of the woods and not a whole lot is actually common out here at all. Kitchen knives. Pack of cigarettes. Yeah, now that I think about it, even the like town near me doesn't really have a pawn shop. It has an antique store, which is like kind of the same thing, I guess. At least it. Jesus, I thought I heard. I thought those steps weren't mine. I was like, what the hell is that? Get the hell out of here. Oh boy. How are we doing on fatigue? 42. Okay, clear these out too. Generally, I'd like to try and clear as much out over here as I can, so I don't have to worry about it in the future if I want to keep going this way. Also, it's, you know, this is the closest population center of zombies to the base, so... Because we already cleared out the other side. Minus, like, stragglers, which mean, like, groups. Groups are the ones that I don't want to deal with in the future, so... Ooh. Got a military vehicle here, that's exciting to see. Pardon? Oh. I didn't even see you guys over there. Oh, that was a whiff. Okay. Now then. Well, first let's check the back. And it opens, and there is nothing interesting inside. That woodpecker slightly startled me. Fire is neat. Check the glove box. Nope. Unfortunate. Well, can't always be winners. The real sweat. Gym? Yeah, it's a gym. I could get gym supplies from here if I want. We do have the mod that lets me use like treadmills and stuff, so snagging a treadmill for the base wouldn't be a bad idea. Put it in our garage out back where I've set up the other fitness equipment. Oh, there's actually a bridge over here, huh? Wait, really? Oh yeah, so it's on like the next street over. Huh. Neat. And by neat, I mean kind of annoying, actually. It means that I do kind of have to keep this area a bit more secure. If I don't want zombies wandering over. Meanwhile, there's zombies just going in and out of windows over here. Just like, okay. Alright, let's clear these guys out and then we'll make our way back. If I come to get a treadmill, I'll have to bring the cart because the parts for that are really heavy and I don't want to deal with the giga encumbrance. It's not my jam. Alright, you know, actually, let me clear these guys out, because if I am gonna do that, then these zombies need to be dead ahead of time. Re-dead, as the case may be. Quick look. That was a lovely little park right there. It's about time we head back anyway. It's 6. And we've pretty much seen all the buildings over there. I can't complain because, like, even though the buildings weren't particularly, you know, anything to write home about, we did get a lot of weapons. A bunch of different shotguns and stuff, some of which might have ammo, so certainly not a bad adventure. Let me just clear these last couple zombies out from over here, and then we will head back. I thought I just heard something behind me, too. Come on. I guess that was just a random sound from the old director. The game does love to sync up spooky noises with high stress situations. I say as every animal sound effect starts playing in unison. I'm down. I need to go crazy. Just because I talked about you doesn't mean you need to show that you exist, game director. Chill. Alright, so we'll go in the back way, I think. It's a little bit safer than going all the way around or cutting through here because I don't know if this is secure right now, so I don't really want to test it. So we'll just go the nice and safe way. At some point I might, like, throw some doors in here just to block this off. I don't want zombies like wandering through here and ending up like right next to where my base is. Even though they can't get in from over here, it's still like kind of annoying. So I might throw a wall or a door up there at some point. So I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Yeah, a treadmill back here would be nice. Would be a very good spot for one. Nice little workout garage, since I'm not using it for anything else, really. So I might do that. That might be a good idea for the next episode, since we do need to make some gains on Old West here. We're only, like, what? Slightly less than half the way to Fitness 5, and that's when we finally get rid of the, our last negative modifier, out of shape. Once I get Fitness 5, we lose this, so we get the better Endurance and Endurance regen. So, I'd love to have that happen. Alright, so we didn't really do too much, so let's just drop off what food we grabbed. I'm just gonna dump all this stuff here. rest of the stuff I can work with later. Yeah, so that was a CAWS shotgun. Okay. Neat. It did have some shells in it, which is good because it's actually a pretty decent shotgun. It loads... Oh, it is magazine fed though. Yeah, it's a bullpup. I can see that. It's a bullpup shotgun. It's actually kind of... Ugh, might unload it and take the ammo out and do something else with it. The only thing worse than a magazine-fed shotgun, in Zomboid anyway, is a magazine-fed shotgun with a low ammo count. Like, what would be the... There's not really a whole lot of reason to use this, unless I have, like, 3 or 4 magazines that fit it. If I did, then, yeah, okay, I'd rather use that than an M870 in some circumstances, but the standard feed shotguns are a lot more versatile in the majority of the situations that you're going to actually want to use it in. What? Yeah, you're hungry, bro. Okay, fine. In comparison to magazine fed, because like once you've exhausted the magazine, you're sort of stuck in that situation where it's like, well, time to walk away from zombies while I slowly feed these magazines until they're all full, and then I can finally start again. Whereas with the you know, with like a direct feed shotgun, you can just, load it up once, and then you're ready to go again. It's a bit quicker. Like, overall, it tends to be slower in between reloads, but I think that the benefits outweigh in that circumstance. Just being, like, having that versatility and not having to, like, constantly walk away from zombies all the time. Especially if you're playing with sprinters at any level. Sprinters make magazine-fed weapons kind of spooky. Although, to be fair, sprinters make basically everything kind of spooky. There's nothing like walking around and suddenly having to deal with your worst nightmare, a zombie running at you at full tilt. Especially in buildings. Oh, God. I've played, back in the day, I've played, like city area games with, like, normal, with, like, sprinters on, like, 5 to 10% sprinters, and oh my God, clearing buildings with sprinters is such a nightmare. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for today. We had a pretty successful trip. We've explored quite a lot. I'll have to do some map marker stuff, but we've explored quite a bit of buildings. We've got a lot to do still. I'm particularly interested in these green areas over here across the river. We haven't gone to any of these places, and they're all retail, industrial, or retail and commercial, I mean, and those are the buildings we really want to check. So there's still a lot of buildings that I really need to see. I mean, I didn't even check all these up here or any of these as well. So we've still got a lot of stuff to take a look at, a lot of ammo to find before we're in a good way. And I gotta come up with some goals for this series because, like, we're kind of running out of ideas right now. So I'm gonna have to do some thinking in between episodes as to where I want this series to go now that we've started to really, like, explore through the city. Anyway, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Take care.